Hi there, this is Mike Kaufman. In this video, I'm going to show you how to grade Google Forms quizzes question by question. So with this feature, what it allows you to do is to efficiently move through checking answers of a Google Forms quiz that you set up for long responses or open-ended responses, right, where students are writing in answers that Google Forms can't check. Now, what I love about this is I can still give quizzes that have maybe those multiple choices or some of those things that Google can quickly and automatically grade for me, but in addition, include some of those questions that are going to assess my students' thinking or logical explanations as well as their writing. So just again, broadens the horizon of the Google Forms quizzes, as well as with this technique of grading it question by question, still makes it efficient and easy to use. All right, let's get started. So I have here just a sample Google Forms quiz. And the first thing, of course, what you want to do is make sure when you go to settings that it's set up as a quiz. So click over there, quizzes, and click make this a quiz. Now, one thing you want to consider is how the scores are going to be released. Right? Typically, if you're doing just a quiz that is automatically graded, I love the feature that the students get to see their feedback right away. They can see their score right away. However, when you have manually graded questions like we're showing you in this video, you want to click later after manual review. And then of course down here, a couple different options on what the students get to see. I like to click off correct answers, meaning I don't want them to see that just in case students have to reflect or redo. They know what questions they got wrong. However, they still have the opportunity to have to work to figure out which question is actually correct. All right, then from there, I want to go in and make sure I set up my answer key. All right, for multiple choice, where there's just one set answer, right, choose the correct answer, give it a point value, whatever it's worth. And then for open-ended questions, right, when I go to the answer key, right, we're going to just set the point value because it's open-ended and there's no set answer and it's a question that you're grading manually. You're not going to obviously give a set answer. However, you do want to give the score because it's just going to add it all up for you in the end to make your life a little bit easier. All right, once your students then take the quiz, you head over to responses. The first option is summary, right? You get a summary of the different answers. Great for sort of seeing if there's certain things that, as a whole, students didn't learn, right? Something you might want to go back and reteach. And then, of course, you can check out individual students, right? See how individual students did. But where we're going to spend our time in this video is on question. Now, why do I like that? So again, the questions that are automatically graded, we can skip over those and then go to those open-ended responses. And now I can just work down the list, right? Reading answer after answer. I don't have to click between different pages. It's all right here for me, saving me time. I also really like that there's no student name attached to it, right? So that way you're not biased by what maybe someone had meant to say, or you just see their answer. After reading it, if it's fully correct, right, you can give it a check mark, scores it a 5, and you can add some feedback. Right. Great use of evidence. And then you can attach a link, maybe to a lesson or a video resource, to a rubric, whatever it is you'd want to attach to. Click save. Go down to the next one, or maybe they didn't score a full 5. Go add some feedback. Use more specific examples, or whatever it is you'd want to say in your feedback. Click save. And I'm just going to, again, quickly work down, right, grading and checking over the answers. I can read, I can click and add feedback, I can mark it totally wrong, I can go back down, again, give it maybe a partial score, add feedback, whatever it is, right? Correct, incorrect, partial score, and add feedback. And then I'm going to hit save when I'm all done. Now from here, we got to go back to the summary page because we now have to release the scores. Click release scores. It's going to pull up all of the students that took the quiz, right, and their emails right there. I can add a message to it and then send emails and release. And then what I love about this is students will not only get their score, but then they will also get that feedback that you left for those written responses, right? So they're not just taking a look, hey, I got an A, hey, I got a B, but instead they can use that feedback to learn from their assessment. All right, so that's it. That's how to use Google Forms and to grade question by question. Again, I love this feature. It's an efficient way to look through those answers, right, without clicking a lot of times in between different responses. And again, allows you to use the versatility of Google Forms quizzes, multiple choice, things that Google automatically grades for you, and those open-ended responses that we know are so important. Good luck.